Here at Grassroots Garage, we love our little MX5s. In case you missed them, we've got an ep with Lachlan at the end of month meet and Jason's 2017 RF.
Last week I had a bit of spare time and I messaged Cameron. I said, mate, I've got half an episode here. Can I come up and we just take one of these MX5s for a drive? So Cameron replied straight away, yeah, mate, get up here. 40 minutes later, we're cruising Cliff Drive in Cameron's beautiful MX5. The roof's off, it's a sunny day. It's just what driving's all about.
Katoomba has to be one of the most picturesque locations, and I've got to say, watching this footage has me feeling a little homesick. On this episode of Grassroots Garage, we head back to Sunday Motors to check out a few of Cameron's MX5s.
This is the Princess over here.
This is the one. We've talked about this one, yeah.
My own 92 MX5 40,000k car. NA6 Australian car and 40,000 Ks, completely original and absolutely as neat as a pin.
Look at that.
Just untouched, no marks on wheels, the steering wheel's perfect. It's got a centre pop out bit, so you'll see a lot of blokes actually pull the centre part out and separate it over the wheel.
Yeah. I've never seen that bit of rubber you've got in your hand. I've never seen that before.
They're getting harder to find.
Yeah.
Mazda MX-5 NB and a SP model. So the SP models were 100 built. They came into Australia as just standard MX-5s. Were developed by Alan Horsley and run a GT 2560 turbo on them, rated 157 kilowatts out of the box, and still to this day remain, the most powerful MX-5 ever made. This is one I've searched long and hard for a quality SP, and this is absolutely completely factory original, unmolested, 40,000 Ks. And yeah, just a bit of, I think for me, a bit of Australian Mazda motorsport. A bit of the time when Mazda developed car for Targa Tasmania, had a real go at motorsport, where these days they don't really. I think they've gained the market share that they tried to, and they've sort of backed off a bit of their involvement with motorsport. But yeah, for me, it's a car that my father had one when these launched in late 2001, 2002 sort of thing. And yeah, sort of a long search to find a really good one, and they're neatly made. They've got some nice, very sort of. They look a bit aftermarket under the bonnet, but it's they're all pretty.
So you're saying this was the most powerful factory Mazda worldwide?
Yeah, worldwide. So the SE model came out and it was known as the Mazda Speed in other countries, and they were rated, I think, someone will correct me on this, but 126 flywheel kilowatts. Where these are 157. They don't have a limited slip diff, which makes them sort of. I haven't put one in it, and I think it's a common upgrade to guys to do. I kind of like the weirdness of driving it without a diff. It's part of how they came out of the box. And I like it. They made the original. Mazda had the carbon fibre airboxes made up and they're numbered underneath, and this is number 9 of 100.
Okay.
And all the original, this is all original Mazda clamping and hoses, and this was optioned originally with a grey roof because the original owner had a RX4 coupe, which there was a two-tone grey over silver RX4 coupe, and he kind of liked the idea of rekindling it, so it looks like it's a mismatch, but I kind of like it because that was how it was ordered.
We love those little quirky little details.
It's pretty different. There wouldn't be too many in that combination.
So no brake upgrade.
No,
nothing.
The NBA had pretty big brakes anyway. They'd been upgraded from the NBA, the earlier MB, so they've got pretty decent brakes, but no other suspension upgrades or anything like that. It's just really the pretty bolt-on kind of kit, effectively.
Do you know what boost they ran in them?
7-8 pounds.
7-8 pounds. Okay, so it's very conservative.
Very conservative boost, which I think saves conrods.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, so it's really, really clean, and I bought this in Toowoomba. Factory blow-off valve, which supposedly leaked like buggery and all that kind of stuff. But
and you drove it back from Toowoomba?
Yeah, I drove it back from Toowoomba.
Oh, did you? How was that? That would have been a fun day.
Clicked over 40,000 Ks on the way back. I had 39 when I bought it, and I haven't driven it a heap since then. But yeah, I think they're a bit of a nice little Mazda motorsport bit. Decals on the strut brace, and the only sort of exterior differences is a chrome fuel filler lid, and inside they've got a alloy gear knob and little alloy gear knobs around. But other than that, these just came out of Japan as a standard 2001 car, and Pro Drive in Melbourne actually, after being developed by Alan Horsley and Mazda, Pro Drive actually screwed them all together.
So from how did the BP, did they do anything to the internals of the
No.
engine?
So they're known to bend rods eventually.
Okay.
There's plenty of these that have had bent rods, and you get the tick 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 on startup, which will invariably mean you've probably got a bent rod. This has never had a rebuild, and it's the original motor, and it shows no signs of doing it. They're the variable valve timing generation of the BP motors, so it's slightly later. But yeah, there's plenty of guys with sad stories of throwing legs out of bed on these and doing all that kind of stuff. But yeah, this one is a fun driver. It's not the race car sort of thing, so I don't give a bootful here and there, but it's just something a bit, I think for me, a bit of Australian, very specific Australian Mazda history. Yeah, so this is a 96 NA8, really clean car, only got 62,000 k's on it. And a few little neat things that we bought it much like this. We put different wheels on it, MTA coilovers, and got a retrimmed seats, but yeah, neatly done without being too over the top, and they're just a great fun car. The NA8s are getting pretty sought after. I think the 1.8s in the early NAs, and finding clean and quality is just getting incredibly difficult with these.
Yeah, definitely.
It's a really nice little thing. A few nice little naughty bits on the interior. And
Pete and I have had Targa in an NA8 on the bucket list for quite some time. What an awesome GRG app that would be. Maybe we could hit up Mazda and try and get a bit of sponsorship. What do you think? I reckon you need to like, share, and subscribe to everything we've got going on. The word is, with social media, subscriptions matter. Sorry, where were we? That's right, Mx5's.
And another one of our mini Mx5's. This one's got I traded this off a mate of mine who bought an ND, and it's got a host of really cool 90s Mazda speed bits, Mazda speed buckets, and the Mazda speed steering wheel, Mazda speed strut braces, and all really period correct stuff for this kind of car.
Yeah.
So I've never touched it. My mate did a fantastic job with this, and I've just been lucky enough to then own it and drive it, and it's just a cracking driver.
Oh, I can imagine. These are phenomenal little cars, aren't
Yeah,
they?
just about as much fun as you can have on a budget. I think that,
I mean, even not on a budget, you can get a more expensive car, but can you get a more fun car? I'm not sure.
Oh yeah, that's I've got 6 of them, so I'm a believer they're about as fun as you can have, sort of thing. So yeah, it's just really neat. As I say, there's faster ones out there, but it's had a head rebuilt and trialled about 3 different exhaust systems on it, and gone to where he's happy with it. And yeah, I can't see where I really want to change it.
Is this a Blue Mountains thing?
I don't know what that is. No, I'm not sure why.
Not a frozen one time?
No. So,
keep it cool, who knows?
Yeah. But yeah, it's just a fun toy. It's gets out a fair bit. And
so upgraded radiator, is it?
Yeah, I think it's just a standard replacement. You find just about every MX5 in the world, just top tank will just brown off and eventually crack and leak. So it's had a replacement radiator at some point in time. And but yeah, it's for a car with 200,000 k's on it. It presents, the paint's fantastic and it's uber straight, and that just is all kinds of fun.
And you're happy with the 1.6s in these ones, or do you ever switch them out for 1.8s?
My race car runs a 1.8 and a turbocharged thing, which is actually about 1.9.
Okay.
Look, I like both. I like the 1.6 feels like a rev happy kind of motor, and I think the 1.8. Look, I think the 1.8 is probably going to be a faster bit of kit, and we've got a NA 1.8, and we've got a Clubman and a few NBs as well. But something about the NA 1.6s, it's what do they say, the original and the best sort of thing.
Yeah,
so,
absolutely. So you were saying, where'd you get these wheels from?
They've gone off Gumtree, those ones. So, yeah. Found those the right offset, and they're just a 15x7. This is just got a few suspension things, just some coilovers and sway bars, a couple of little bits and pieces, but mechanically stock engine. And I think one day we'll get I'm thinking quad throttle set up for this one.
Yeah.
Something that snorts and farts around. So they're the ones I took off the race car because they just blow in at about 200 k's an hour.
Beautiful little mirrors, though, aren't they?
Yeah, they're really neat.
So can we do the new Mazda as well?
Yeah, sure.
So I'd like to just get on camera that we were talking before about the Sky Active.
Yeah.
because I've had a bit of a driving one, and it really
Throttle response is amazing.
Oh, and it's got that sound. It's got that. It's got that Mazda sound. It's still throaty. When I popped the bonnet, I thought it was still the BP engine. You know, it's still got that same sort of Mazda.
And they actually Mazda changed it from the NC. People hated the fact that NC had a plastic cam cover.
Got ya.
And because it just looked plastic and ordinary, where they've gone back to having, you know, their gram strategy with these is to, you know, remove every possible gram, and so your 1.5 manual soft top starts from 1,029 kilos.
The hardtop adds 50 kilos, totaling out JD's RF at 1,080. Mazda has kept it simple with an old school 6-speed, and the car is much better for it. The Mx5 is pure driving.
This one we've done a couple of bits and pieces too. It's got MCA red coilovers, 949 racing wheels, a little bit wider, 8-inch wheels, and ADO8R tyres. Heaps of fun to drive. Amazing throttle response with these. They really are, for me, a big, massive step up from the NCs. They sort of feel like they're going back to the original ethos of the MX5 of lighter weight, you know, very direct feel. And yeah, this is one that really largely is my sort of daily drive more often than not. And yeah, it's just a super fun car. It just is eminently chuckable and uber predictable, and yeah, I think they're just fantastic. I really enjoy the shape. I think they've got an aggressive style with the front headlights. They're more angular, big sort of pumpy guard sort of feeling to it.
They definitely got it right, didn't they, that front end?
I have to agree. Mazda definitely got this one right.
Yeah, the whole thing. I was just where I was standing before, and it's got the, I don't know what you'd call it, but the way it sits up into the guard. Yeah. I'll have to get some photos to try and show.
One thing I really like from the driver's seat, this sort of angle here,
yeah,
and on both sides, really sort of centres, makes you look down the bonnet, and sort of has a real. My father's got a 70s Ferrari, a 308, which has got has the same sort of way of making you look down the road and with genuine, you know, the Jinbo Itai, you know, horse and rider as one.
And the way this sort of steps off, it's like they do the aftermarket. It's really sort of stance, doesn't it?
It really is. And this one's a little bit lower with the coilovers we've got without being too stupid, without just living the low life and making cars not handle. So it seems to be. It's a really fun toy, and the Sky Active engines, the high compression stuff, I think it really aids in beautiful throttle response and just a really engaging feel.
Can we have a quick look under the bonnet? Yeah, sure. It's good to have all three. You got all three. We're missing the NC, aren't we? But that's all right. So it's the shape of the rocket. It's still sort of got that NB sort of NB BP sort of
feel to it.
And you notice that it's so intentional how far back it is in the car. I mean, it's just from this point. There's not a lot other than a radiator.
No, that's right. Yeah. Everything, the engine is behind the front wheel line, and just a uber fun car. And we sold it to plenty of these to guys who are track addicts, and plenty of them also to people that just like the absolute styling and the sock convertible factor of them. You know, which probably for me is not the large part of the appeal for MX5s. It's the 50-50 weight distribution and the just engagement of driving. I think for me that. That there's always a faster car, but that I've dared to anyone to have a good drive of one of these and not come back smiling.
Exactly. Yeah, that's right. And that's
they've also got a nice tip as well if you're doing a track day in these, that you can tell the guys who are having a good go because they've got an emergency braking signal that only comes in if you really dive on the brakes and late. So you can tell at the end of the fast straight, all the hazards aren't flashing, you're not
pushing hard enough. Nice, I like that.
It's a good little indicator to see which way you're going.
And little smart tech things that they've got, like pedestrian safe bonnets. So these are a sort of an explosive device in the same way like an airbag is. There are a charge to them, so if it detects a frontal impact, these will actually push the bonnet up, and they're multi-linked sort of hinges, so that the pedestrian crunches into your pretty soft alloy bonnet as opposed to just flying into your windscreen and hurting themselves. So the Australian market gets that, the US market doesn't.
There you go.
Little stuff like that, which I think for a 35 grand entry point sports car, pretty amazing tech really for what they are.
Got a good little note to it.
Yeah, it does, without being too barky, too horrible.
I love my old cars, but I have to admit, these MX5s have me tempted, especially on a day like this.
Jeez.
thanks for watching. And seriously though, if you can head over to the Instagram page and give it a like, we'd really appreciate it.